Well, greetings, students. Welcome to CNC2 2021. My name is Bob Mattern. I'm going to be your instructor this semester, and glad to be able to share with you the exciting Esprit CAD-CAM 2020. If you look at your computer desktop here, which is this right here, you have two screens. You have two desktops, basically. One screen is on your left, one screen is on your right. But this area is called your desktop. This area down here is called your taskbar. On the taskbar, you may have some icons down here, but the icons that you'll be using mostly will be these four up here. One, two, actually there's five. So you'll be using these five icons basically up here, and you will also be using on your taskbar the YouTube red arrow. So to get started here, you have these five icons up here. The first one is the CNC2 videos text. And you look in here and you will see that this basically is a list of links to YouTube so that you can watch the videos that I have for you, which are basically webinars. So in order for me to look at, let's say, one of these, I have to left click and hold down my key on my mouse, drag it across, and then let go of the key, and it's highlighted now. So then I'm going to right click and I'm going to say copy, and then I can basically close this. Then I can go down here to my little red arrow icon for YouTube, double click on that. YouTube will come up, and then you'll do the same thing. You'll actually hold your left key down, drag across like this, and then you're going to rest your cursor right in the middle here somewhere, right click and say paste. And then don't do anything else except for hit enter. And once you hit enter, you will see greetings, students. Good to be a video that will come up of me sharing with you the first session. Course. You'll notice down here you have theater mode. Some videos. You'll want to click on theater mode, YouTube, which will allow you to see a bigger picture. You can also open this up to get a full screen, like this if you wish. I'm going to start out or on the desktop here. Basically, you can go over here to where it says full screen, and you can get the full screen file. So there are some to get out of full screen, you hit escape, draft site. So under documents, you should have. The nice thing about a video like this is you can stop it and start it. Break down to right here is a pause and play. DP Technologies. If you wanted to bring this up further and start somewhere, notice it's asking in the future. It's saying C1 lesson, which you can, or you can back away and say, well, I need to listen to that again. Perfect. So you'll be able to basically navigate this bar here. So if you need to watch something 2 or 3 times in order to get it, you can do that. Trailing digits. Just by doing that. You can stop it and you can drag this to some other part of the webinar, and then you can hit play. Select all. So you have the ability then. Up here. You have the ability then to navigate this bar here and look at something as many times as you need to in order to get the instructions down. So it's a very good program. YouTube is great in this regard, and these webinars will help you a lot, and you'll be able to basically stop and review things several times, as many times as necessary. So don't hesitate to use this bar down here to stop it, rewind it, whatever you want to do in order to see whatever I'm sharing with you more than once. So that's one of the things you'll be doing on a regular basis. Now you'll notice on your 2 screens here, you will have this little red icon down here. You'll want to watch your YouTube video on one screen, and then you'll want to open up your Esprit CAD-CAM, which is basically, again, double left clicking on it. Wait for it to boot up, and then hit OK, and it will give you a blank screen. Of course, I will direct you to go over here to Open, and you'll go to CNC2 2021 Students, and you'll see that you will have these files in here. And in here, I will have you pick up maybe a drawing in under drawings here, 2D drawing files. I may ask you to look up the tool files here, where you'll see the tools listed and so on and so forth. So I'll teach you how to navigate through these folders here and any files within them. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, you're going to be using your CAD-CAM on one screen and doing your project, and then you'll be watching the YouTube webinar on the other screen so that you can follow along and stop it anytime you want and follow the instructions I give you to create the drawings or whatever I'm asking you to do. The first part of it, and I can get out of here, just go up here to the top and close this out. You will be doing a series of drawings first. CAM is a CAD-CAM program. You're able to do drawings. I mean, some pretty professional drawings on it. So you can create drawings, and the other portion of Esprit, you can do your CAM work, which is computer-aided machining. So you will be learning the CAD side first, computer-aided drafting of Esprit, and then you will be learning the CAM side, which is computer-aided machining. Again, you'll be watching the webinars on YouTube. You'll have the YouTube on one screen playing for you, and I'm going to be giving you all a set of earbuds so you can plug it in to your tower. There is a small jack that you'll be able to plug in your earbuds to listen to the webinars quietly, so that you don't have a series of speakers or anything like that. You'll be listening to this with your earbuds. So that's how we're going to basically do this. Then you'll have DraftSight. Now DraftSight, unfortunately, our subscription ran out in the last couple of days, so we will not be able to use DraftSight until we renew our subscription. That'll probably take a week or so to get that done. So for now, we'll just skip that and just stick with the Esprit CAD-CAM and watch the videos. Also, you have what's called a document shortcut up here. Documents is a place where you can put all kinds of documents and things that you wish. In here, we have DP Technologies, and if I double click on that and then double click on the Esprit and double click on data and double click on Esprit files, you'll see that, again, I have CNC2 2021 students. Basically, it's the same thing that we saw when I opened Esprit. Esprit has a shortcut, so you can get right to it. So you don't need to go through this process in order to get to CNC2 2021 students. You can if you wish, but it's better to go into Esprit, boot it up, give it a chance to boot up for you, click OK, and then basically come up here to the upper left-hand corner where it says Open, and you'll be able to go right to CNC2 2021 students, and you'll have the same folders and files here. Okay, so documents is a way to get there, but you will find that it probably would be best just to click on Esprit and open it there. However, in documents, you have what up here at the upper left-hand corner, you have a icon called New Folders. So if you click on that, basically it comes down here and it gives you a new folder. And what you can do is you can name this folder whatever you want. I'm going to delete this again and try that again. I'm going to go up here to the top again and click on New Folder, and I'm going to type in here, let's say My Drawings, and then I'll click off of it, left click off of it, and now I have my drawings listed in my documents. Now I can basically make a shortcut of this. I can left click and hold down on my drawings and drag it up here and release it, and there it is. So now I have my drawings right here on my desktop where I can work on it each night and not have to go through all of these different folders and files in documents. So also in here, if I double click on this, I get the same icon up here where it says new folder. So I could say DXF files or DXF drawings. All right. And that gives me a folder for that. And then that basically now is called a subfolder. So under DXF drawings, basically I can go in here and I can place stuff in here. So I'm going to do that right now for you. I'm going to double click on documents again. I'm going to go into a spree, and I'm going to go into spree files. I'm going to go into CNC2 2021, and I'm going to click on 2D, and I'm going to pick up a template. So I'm going to pick up this 8.5 by 11 template, and I'm going to right click and now say copy, and then I'll close that out and come in here, right click and say paste, and there it comes. So now if I look at what I've created here, I've got first of all, I've got a folder that's called My Drawings. If I double click on that, I have DXF drawings. If I double click on that, then I can open up, of course, that particular DXF file. You may be asking, what's DXF? Well, it's basically an international code, or I'm sorry, an international exchange for opening 2D drawings. Again, this is basically something that you'll be getting and importing at work. A lot of times a customer will actually send you a DXF drawing via email, and then you will open that up in your drafting software. Our drafting software here is basically DraftSite, but as I said, it'll be probably a week before we get the subscription renewed. But nevertheless, you have an opportunity here that you can create my folder for My Drawings. You can also go back in here to Documents, and you can create another folder up here, and you can call that Tests. And then click off of it, and then you can bring, then you can bring that, hold down, left click and hold down and drag it up here. And now you will have tests in here. And then you can put your tests in here that I can look at and grade, and then you can review later after I've graded it. So this is the way you're going to be creating some folders here. You will also be doing some things in Esprit itself. You'll come in here and you will be looking at some of the folders that have already been created for you in Esprit. For instance, if I hit open up here again, and go into CNC2 2021 students, basically you'll see this folder called student assignments. You're going to left click and highlight this, and then you're going to right click and say rename, and then you're going to put your name in there. So student assignments would be something that you would put in here. So in here you will have drawing assignments and machining assignments. You'll have like drawing assignments, you'll have 2D drawing assignments, some 3D drawing assignments. You will have machining assignments, lathe, milling, and wire EDM. So these folders will be used, readily used all the time. However, there are times that you're working on something and you want to keep it on the desktop out here so you can get right to it. You can always put it out here. You can copy it and paste it out here so that you can work on it, and then you can, after you're finished, you can put it back into your own student document where you have your name listed. So these are those are the first two, and this is how you create folders. And then we've already reviewed how to use documents and how to create folders within documents. The last thing is Notepad. Notepad basically is a text program where you can type some text in here like this. You can, if you click on Format and get down here to Font, I could click on Arial and say Narrow, Bold, Italic, and change my sides, let's say, to 12. and notice that it changes it for me. So you can do whatever you want here basically, and then you can hit File and Save As, right? And I can put this, notice it brings documents right up. I can basically put this in a folder in my documents of programs that I've written or setup sheets that I've done. We'll be doing some setup sheets for our programs, so you will have maybe a folder or something in here that will be setup sheets. And I'll give you the information that you need when the time comes. But just so that you know, this notepad basically is a text document program that you can do just about anything you want. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for now. The very first thing you'll be doing on Tuesday night is you'll be picking up this first webinar right here after you've looked at this one, and you'll be doing session number 1. Have a good day. Talk to you soon.